Hey guys, Hanneman99 here, and welcome to episode 10 of my FTB Revelations Let's Play series. So last episode, we built a larger big reactor, so we have about 4,000 RF per tick of power generation now, which is great. But this episode, we are going to try to build a Applied Energistics item storage system, so that I don't have to keep using random chests to store all of the items. And it'll also more or less make the barrels that we have obsolete. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so first off, it is dark outside, so let's sleep before all the mobs spawn. And then, there we go. So I don't think there's anything bad outside. So between last episode and this one, what I did is I upgraded these flux ducts to hardened, so now technically they still don't transfer enough power. So what we can do is we can actually come up here and insert the control rods like that, and that will basically slow down the power generation. So now you can see we're just below 4,000 RF per tick, which means as long as this guy's running, which he's actually running pretty fast now, well, not anymore because it's full. So yeah, we need a storage system. So let's actually grab these ores first and get them processing. And we have some diamonds now, which is good because we're going to need them. Let's go ahead and actually set that up. Okay, so now we've got ores processing. Let's go grab another batch of ores. Yeah, we have a lot of ores. So I did not expect the chest to fill up that quickly. Hence the storage system requirements. And then also we can handle the basalt. Get rid of that and the gravel. Alright. So, oops. That's slate. That's why it didn't work. This is all slate. Okay, well, we'll just put it in there. Okay. So, the first thing we're going to need to do is we need to go explore those meteors that we found, and we're going to need some diamonds for that. So, let's do that. So I'm going to make a diamond pickaxe because you actually need a diamond pickaxe to get inside of those thingies. And before we do that, actually I want to chunk load my base so that it actually continues mining. So to do that, in this mod pack, if you open your inventory, you can go to this claimed chunks area. And I'm just going to left click on all of these, which claims them. Although, even though I'm in single player, you still have to claim them. Then, if you shift click on them, it will chunk load those chunks. So now these will not be unloaded from memory, and they will still be ticked, which means this thing will still run, which is already full again, but that's actually probably for the better. And I'm actually going to insert the fuel rod more, just so that it's burning a little bit less fuel, because I don't want it to, because the thing about big reactors is it'll generate the power, but if the buffer's full, it just wastes it. So actually what I'll do is I'm just going to shut it off for now. If it dies while we're gone, that's fine. So I'm going to, in the name of saving time, pause until I actually get over there. So we're going to go to Meteor 1, and then also I did mark Meteor 2, which is this one over here, and then there's also that one. Can I make a waypoint here? Is that the actual waypoint? Let's see if that worked. Oh, cool, it did. So the way I did that is you just hover over the map and hit B is the default key, and then it creates a waypoint. Okay, so we're going to go to Meteor 1, Oh, and there's also this one, so let me mark that one. Okay, so we have 4 meteors. There's probably some under the ground as well, but we're going to go to Meteor 1, and so I'll be back when we get there. Okay guys, so here we are at Meteor 3, which I ended up walking right next to it on the way to Meteor 1, so I was like, might as well go to it. You can see there's a giant lava pit here. I don't know if that's the way it generates normally, or if that's just something that Minecraft is doing, but most likely it's probably the mod. So what we need to do is get into the middle of this thing, because there are some secret materials in there, and I guess I didn't really bring any building blocks, and we're not going to be able to use like wood because it'll just catch on fire. So let's grab some of these blocks here, because unfortunately with the lava that means we have to work around that. So let's try to do that. Alright, I think we have enough blocks now. So we're just basically going to build a little bridge over here. Now the fastest way to get inside is to drill straight down in the middle, because that's where the chest is, which looks like right here. Oh, I guess it used to take a long time to break these blocks, so I guess they nerfed it. But now, so we've got one thing, which is the inscriber logic press, and I like to take the chest because they're cool and you can't craft them, so at least I don't think you can. Now I do recommend grabbing the actual skystone because you will need some for the crafting of the controllers, and eventually you're going to need more than one controller or one controller, so I recommend doing that. So I'll just grab a little bit from this one just because that's easier to do, and then I don't have to do it with the rest of them. You can always come back and get more. So I'll just grab, let's see, how much do I have? 23. So hopefully my inventory isn't too full because that will be annoying. Okay, well, I'm gonna head back to Meteor 1 now. So we'll be back when I get to Meteor 1. Alright, we're here at Meteor 1, so let's go ahead and get up on top. And, well, if we can. It's huge, so I don't know if we will be able to do that. Here's what I will do. Let's get to the center, and we'll just mine into the middle of it. Hopefully we don't get ransacked, or not ransacked, but ambushed by some mob. We're actually over by spawn now, so we should be able to get in here to the middle eventually. Oh, here's the chest. Okay. And I guess they made it so you can open it. Okay, so we now have the engineering press, which is good. I'll grab the chest, which takes forever and a day to mine, but why not? Because they're cool, even though we won't be using chests for much longer. And let's eat so we don't die. Okay, so my inventory is basically full. So, is there something I can store stuff in, like a backpack or... Ooh, iron backpacks. Okay, well, so we've got Meteor 3 and Meteor 1, which is actually fine. So we'll go back home, and I will dump my stuff off, and then we'll go to Meteor 2. So we'll be back when I get to Meteor 2. Okay, so we made it to Meteor 2 now. So we need 4 of these. There's 4 of the presses. There's the inscriber logic press, the engineering press, the calculation press, and the silicon press or something. And so we need all 4 of those in order to get fully started with Applied Energistics. So hopefully that is in here. Okay, so we have another logic press. So we need to get 2 more from, hopefully from the other meteor that we found. If not, we're going to have to go hunting for more meteors. And since I've mined up all the chests, the compass thing won't point to any meteors that don't have any chests in them, because it actually locates the chest. So it should only point to ones that we haven't visited. Alright, so we need to go to Meteor 4. So I will let you know, or I'll come back when we are at Meteor 4. Okay, and here we are at Meteor 4. So hopefully there are more of those things in there. So let's try to get away in there. Can you even break this with iron? Yeah, okay, you have to use diamond. So at least I made the right call in crafting a diamond pickaxe. So, fingers crossed, because otherwise we were going to have to go find another meteor. Okay, we have the calculation press and another logic press. So we only need the 4th one, which is the silicon press, I think is what it's called. I'll check that in a second. Yes, it is the silicon press. There's also the name press, but Okay, so we'll be back when I get back home, and then we can craft a skystone compass or whatever it's called to find more meteors. Alright, we're back. So I just quickly made a gold backpack, which is basically a portable chest, well, a portable large chest. And I didn't make a diamond one because I didn't want to use 6 diamonds. I don't even know how many diamonds we have, but anyway. So what we need is the meteorite compass is what it's called. So we need 4 iron ingots and a charged Certus quartz crystal, which should not be a problem. We have all that stuff already. Okay. So this will point to the nearest non-discovered meteorite, obviously provided that there is no skystone chest in there, which we can go and get rid of some of that. I also found some loot, a dungeon type thing, near the area where the meteorite was, so I just looted that. And so now if we find anything important or I run out of inventory space, we have room for it. So what I thought about doing is, since we may find one underground, which is possible, figured might as well bring some building blocks just in case we end up not having any. Now I think what may end up happening, because this is taking longer than I anticipated, we may have to split this into 2 episodes. So there might be a second episode where we actually get the actual Applied Energistics system set up. But the idea is we just follow this compass, and it'll take us to the nearest chunk that has the skystone chest in it, and it'll start spinning rapidly in our hand when that happens. So I don't know if I'll keep it running, keep the recording going while I look for it, but we'll see. If we don't find it soon, which it looks like we're going to hit it pretty quickly here. Oh, is it taking us to this thing? It might be. Okay, I think it actually looks for skystone. So what we're going to have to do is get far enough away from these meteors, which I'm thinking we'll go back home and go east, and we'll see if there are any over there, because we haven't found any yet. So I'm going to pause the video until we locate one or get close to one. Okay, so looks like we found another meteorite. You can see it, well, if we weren't underneath a bunch of trees. I guess it's that island up there that we're underneath. Here it is. So the compass switched over about halfway between here and my house. Let's try not to die on the way there. Let's eat some food. Okay. Jump down here And I'm going to land in the water, hopefully. Okay. So let's go ahead and jump up here. So hopefully we will have the silicon press. This is... I think the meteor is actually like flattened. It doesn't look round to me. But maybe it's just my eyes. I don't know. Okay, so let's grab some blocks to get up there. And mine our way in. And hopefully we will find what we need. Sometimes you can find one meteor and it has all 4 of them in it. Sometimes you find a meteor and it has, I think they can even spawn with none. But that might be false. Okay, good. So we found the silicon press, and I'll grab the skystone chest. So we were able to do it in 5 meteors, and they were all above ground, which is nice because when they're below ground, it only shows you the nearest chunk of the meteor, so you don't know. Sometimes it can be on a 4-chunk border, so you have to search 4 chunks, not knowing where it is under the ground. So that's the hardest situation to be in when you're trying to find meteors, but obviously the easiest one is when they're above ground. And before we leave, I'll go ahead and mark it just so I don't lose it, even though I can see it on the map. Okay. So I will be back when I'm back at our house. Okay, so we're back at our house now. So now we can actually get started. I'm actually going to plop those in there because we're going to need them smelted, so we'll just let those go. So what we need to do is we need to make 2 machines for Applied Energistics that are the most important. The first one is the charger. Now the charger is going to let us convert regular Certus quartz crystals into charged Certus quartz crystals. Now I think you can also use a energetic infuser with it, which that might actually be better to do that. So maybe we'll do that because it's actually, it's not cheaper, but it is more useful. The energetic infuser is. Okay, so we need 2 transmission coils. So we need silver. Let me grab some redstone. So how many of each? So we need 1 gold, 2 silver, and 1 electrum. So 1 gold, 2 silver, and 1 electrum. And we also need a machine frame and 2 copper gears, which we have plenty of copper, so that's good. And I also have a machine frame that I was going to use for a different machine, but we'll just use it anyway for this one because it's actually more useful. Alright, so that guy, 2 of these, and 1 of these, and there we go. Okay, so the energetic infuser can be used to charge any items that can actually be charged. So let me go ahead and charge some of these. I don't know if it's actually random or if it does it with a constant amount of energy. I don't know, but we'll just let those charge. And what else was I going to do? Oh, we need to make actual Certus quartz crystal, or Fluix quartz crystals. Or, yeah. So we'll go ahead and take these, and the way to do that is you need redstone, nether quartz, which I grabbed some between the 2 episodes, between last episode and this one, and redstone. So what you do is you drop them in the water, and then they form into Fluix crystals, which we can then use to craft some things. So let's go ahead and do that. Now I'm going to not sleep because it's not dark enough yet. But the next machine that we need is an inscriber, which allows us to use these presses. Now there is an advanced one, but we are not going to be crafting that. So it looks like we need sticky pistons. Yikes. I don't know if we have any way to get that. Let's see, we could look for oil sand or something. Do we have any slime balls? Now I know there's another one that we can use. Which I think we can use blood. Yes, we can, but we have to actually get that. So let's see if we can sleep. That might put a hold on things, because I am not in the mood to go search for slime balls, so maybe we can find a different one to use. How about rosin? So you need resin in a fractionating still to get rosin. That gives you tree oil. How do you get resin? From the resin funnel. Well, I don't think that's going to work. So, what I will do is, I guess, I don't know what I want to do. How hard is it to make the resin funnel? Where does this go into? Sawmill. Oh. Okay. So we could just make a sawmill. That's not too bad. So what I'll do is I'll craft the stuff we need for this, and then I'll come back. Okay, so I got the stuff. So let's go ahead and place down a flux duct there. Then we need a sawmill. Now we also need to, I guess we need the upgrade kit, which needs bronze gear, 4 invar, and 2 redstone. Do we have any bronze in here? We might not. I think we need just some copper and tin. I'll just throw some in here and it'll make bronze. And then we need a bunch of invar, which we're going to need more of that, which is iron and ferrous. Or, well, it used to be called ferrous, now it's nickel. Okay, that's all we need. So let's make this. Nope. There we go. Okay. So while that's cooking up, let's make the bronze gear. There we go. And then perfect. That should be enough. Alright, so now we upgrade this guy. Put the augment in. So now it has a tank output. So I think all we have to do is then just put wood in there, which we do have some, so that gives us sap. Is that what we want? So that's rosin. So rosin comes from resin, which comes from the resin funnel by sawing. Is there only certain types of wood that you can use? So it looks like you have to use acacia, jungle, or birch to get resin. This just gives you sap. So I don't care about the sap, so let's break that. Okay, so let's try that again. This is the resin funnel, right? Yes, okay. So now I know there's birch around here somewhere. So I cut some of the birch wood down. Maybe not. Oh well. I must have used it all. So let's see. Here's some birch trees. So let's go ahead and cut these down. I guess I didn't realize. So apparently some woods give you sap and some woods give you resin, which we want resin. And then that goes into some other machine, which I'll probably have to craft. And that will give us the materials that we need for our device. Our sticky piston, that is. I could do coagulated blood, which requires a smeltery, which I also plan on making. But that's, I think I'll devote an episode to the smeltery part of it, because that's a little bit, I'd like to actually build a full-blown smeltery, which would take an entire episode probably. So let's go ahead and throw this in there. the other benefit is you get birchwood planks, and you get more planks, and you get sawdust out of it. So we need 100 millibuckets of resin in a fractionating still to get rosin, which is actually only a 75% chance. But it looks like we'll be able to do that. So let's go and grab that out. So we'll be back when I craft a fractionating still. Okay, so we now have the fractionating still. And place that down and turn this off. I guess I could actually have it send the liquids out. There we go. So that goes in there, and then this guy will just hopefully start crafting what we need. We have lots of birchwood planks now, but we just need 2 pieces. So we're probably going to need more wood. Okay, well, why don't we do that? So first, sleep, which you're going to have to wait. Go ahead and throw these ingots back in there. And we don't need rotten flesh. Okay, so I guess, where's my backpack? Oh, here it is. I'll just put some of these extra tools in there because I don't really need them right now. Let's put these in there. There we go. Okay, so I am going to go get some more wood, and we will be back. Okay, so I have an assortment of various woods, so I'm just going to go ahead and throw them in here. And actually, I will make the top orange, and we can put a chest on top of there just to hold the wood. That way I don't have to keep pulling them out. I'll just throw all the wood in there. And I guess it'll also take the sawdust too, which is kind of nice. Alright, and we have 2 rosin, which is what I needed. So rosin. So let's go ahead and make our sticky pistons now. So we need some cobblestone. Do I really have like no cobblestone? Maybe I should turn that thing on to mine cobblestone temporarily. Okay, so back to the inscriber. So we need 2 sticky pistons, which means we need 2 regular pistons. Might as well grab the wood that we're crafting over here. Iron. There we go. Make 2 pistons. 1, 2. And then finally, 2 of these pistons. Like that. And then, yay. Okay, so now we have an inscriber. I'm going to go ahead and place this out here. Right here, because we don't actually have a way to power it from anything other than that. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and turn this on, because I'm guessing... No, it's not out of power. Oh, it's powered. Okay, it's just... I have to actually put something in it. So, the first step is we need to get some silicon, which is obtained by smelting Certus quartz dust. Let's see, is there any other type of silicon that we can use, or is it just this one? Okay, so we just need to smelt Certus quartz dust, which I should have some. And I can actually pulverize this. Hey, cinnabar, that's cool. Although, let me chuck that in there before it finishes. We'll probably end up needing more, but we'll see. Once this is set up, we'll actually be able to pipe items into our Applied Energistics storage system directly from our builder, and then we don't have to deal with these chests anymore. We can use whatever system we want. We can use a ME interface to import items into our system. Okay, so here's our silicon. So let me grab those presses in here. So we need first our silicon press, and And so what you do is you place that in here. It can either be on the top or the bottom. And then take a piece of silicon and place it in there. Now, the default inscriber only lets you place one item in at a time, and obviously it's not very fast. The advanced inscriber allows you to place more than one item in at a time, and you can automate it a lot easier, which is nice. So we'll probably be using those in the future, which they can also go faster than the inscriber. This one only has 3 upgrade slots, and the advanced one has like 5 or something. Okay, so now we have 6 of those, which we're going to need for various crafting recipes. So what I think I'm going to do is, now that we have the basic materials that we need, I think I'm going to end off the episode here. And then next episode, we will actually, for real, start working on Applied Energistics, because now we have the ability to make various materials. And I think between episodes, what I'll do is I'm going to make more of these printed silicon items, and then also more of the materials we need. So we'll figure out what we need between the two. And yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.